Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Sunday, May 25th, 2025. I'm doing another read for you. Hopefully you're having a beautiful weekend. I thank you so very much for being here. I love you guys so very much. You guys are wonderful. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? I'm anxious to see what this is going to be about. What's the message here, please, Spirit? What's the message for the collective? What would you like to discuss with the collective? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors of the highest white light. What is the message for the collective at this hour? Oh, we got two. Autumn, your prayers have been heard. A horn of plenty. A cornucopia. Something's coming towards you. Your name could be Autumn. Something could have happened last autumn, or by autumn you're going to get this. Your prayers are going to be heard. Your prayers have been heard, but by autumn something might be coming towards you. Whatever it is that you're waiting for. Okay. Congratulations. That's the overarching energy. Bottom of the deck is the feelings are mutual. And somebody's spying on you maybe. Or you're spying on them. Somebody could be hacking. Somebody could be trolling. I don't know. It's underlying energy. But whatever this is, feelings are mutual. Now, it's typically we like to think feelings are mutual in love or happiness, friendship. It could also be you don't like one another. You know what I mean? Mutual feelings. You could be a Pisces. They could be a Pisces, or something took place in Pisces season. There's this deep spiritual connection. Oh boy. Okay, I'm getting a lot from that. You could be an Aries. They could be an Aries, or something took place in Aries season. Your money's going up. Okay, you could be just having something to do with the markets, shares. Something's on the rise here, okay? Somebody doesn't want responsibility. It's time to move on. You're going to self-love. This could be love, self-love, true love. 888, abundance is near, and or it could be karma as well. It could be something to do with the Lionsgate portal. Sometimes when I see that, that's what I think of. And right after the Lionsgate, well, a month later, it's autumn. So something's going to happen. It's going to be triggering it. Somebody wants you to join them, or somebody joins something. You're very wise. Owls represent wisdom, but it could also represent death. You could be a message. You could be a messenger. Messengers are the angels are messengers. Unexpected help is arriving. There's going to be some news of legalities. Rejection is God's protection. Somebody's on a timeout here, or they want to slow something down. Okay, something to do with a secret admirer. Never going to happen. They're facing some karma, and you're facing a new beginning here. This is a new beginning for you. Because this person, or whoever this is, they will not change ever. They're just an ass, okay? So they're getting some karma. You're getting good karma, they're getting bad. Somebody did something they shouldn't have done towards you. They weren't very, very nice. What's the tea? Autumn, prayers, your prayers have been heard. They could have been spying on you or something like that. I don't know. Legal issues, court judges, immigration lawyers. So if you're facing some sort of legalities, you're mixed up in some sort of court case, whether it's civil or criminal. I heard a state law. Okay, it could be, could have something to do with the state law as well. It's going to be good for you. You have to wait for this to play out. Maybe that's why you felt, if you have been stagnating lately or things haven't been moving, it's because it's being played out in the background. Okay, you might not see what's going on, but something is happening. Somebody wanted to beat you somewhere, like get to something or two before you can get there. That's what I'm picking up. Somebody's got a bad reputation. So they okay, just hypothetically, if this is a will or an estate of some sort, and you could be a beneficiary or one of, somebody wanted it all for themselves. So before this person that left you this money, this estate, these shares died, they possibly went out of their way to give you a bad reputation to begin with. There could be a respectability clause in this will. It could be an older person that's old school. I know with my aunt and uncle, they had one. My grandparents had one. You know, if you're not living a correct kind of life, if you're dealing with organized crime, with vice, they don't want their money going there. You know what I'm saying? They leave this money or this property for your betterment, not for you to lose it. So somebody's dodging bullets or trying to, or you did dodge bullets. Move in silence. Move in silence. Okay, they could have claimed you were always partying, and yet you're always surrounded by karmic friends trying to block you from whatever this is. And now they're feeling haunted. They could have did something. They tried to traumatize you, I think. I think they could have done something at Halloween. Could be an unalive spell. And they're trying to block this. They're running away from what they've done. This is a grudge holder. They could have been lighting candles, a drama starter. And now they're crying. Crying over you. Because it was a big waste of time. This person was fake flexing. Maybe before this money got to them or this property or whatever it is that they're wanting to get from you, they were promising a whole whack of people. Just work with me, work with me. This is an impersonator trying to hurt you, get rid of you, trying to hedge their bets whether this was going to wind up in their pockets, right? They could have got somebody to impersonate you and took some screenshots to really debase you because they couldn't find anything. They were dirt digging, couldn't find anything. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. They could be trying to come back towards you to kiss ass because they're getting some bad karma right now, and they want you to give them some money, or they got some money to play. This could be a past lover, a love bomber that got paid to pretend they were into you, to bait you into, giving you a bad reputation. Somebody's on the hook here. Okay, they're on the hook. They're reflecting about what they took part in. Yep, it's a hustler. Making it rain, focused on money and getting it. That's all it's all about. And they're creeping. And they were creeping. This person could give you the creeps right now. Now they want you back. Oh, I'm sorry. I got paid to be in your life, to do this, that, and the other thing. Maybe even take you out. I don't know. But I kind of fell in love with you maybe. Or I kind of do, like you. Whatever this is. They're getting some bad karma and they can't handle it. This person's got a bad reputation. They tried to give you a bad reputation. Made up all kinds of stories about you. Autumn. Your prayers have been heard and legal issues. So somebody's going to be facing these legal issues. Could be bad mind games. Power plays, mind games, and gaslighting, right? Immature testing you and analyzing you. Let's see how far we can push them. Maybe they're trying to make you look crazy where you can't, they say you can't handle your affairs. So they have to have control of this money, this property, these shares, whatever this is. This company, it could be a company as well. Someone's very stubborn. You could be. Someone's very bossy, though, and selfish and inflexible. Their way or the highway. But you could be also very stubborn in a good way. Willful in a good way. You're being guided here. Faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. So you followed your intuition. You're getting downloads. You have a great deal of faith in God and in your spirit team. And you've healed from this, right? Somebody's in avoidance. In hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. So there's more than one person involved. I think could be family. Could be an ex. Could be anybody, friends that did you wrong, got on this hate train. They got paid to say things, do things, perjure themselves, I just heard. Whether it's on the stand or whether it's on official paperwork. They're trying to avoid you. Something to do with unknown callers. Stalking, hanging up in unknown numbers. Somebody wants to pop up on you. Surprise visit, reaching out in person. Well, maybe if they see me, they'll fall in love with me. No, I don't think so. Slow your roll. Autumn. Your prayers have been heard. Legal issues and mind games. They're still playing mind games. How can I get out of this? How can I look good? You're not. You're not looking good. Okay? You're looking pretty fucking bad from here. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with these fools? What's the message, please, Spirit? What would you like the collective to know? Depravity. Tyrant, spy, misfortune, and seduction. So somebody got paid to seduce you, to get you in a vulnerable position, to manipulate you. Synchronization, resonance, music, emotion. So somebody's in their emotions. They really wanted you in your emotions. Now I'm picking up, this could be somebody still in the equation that you still possibly talk to, but not, you still have a connection of some sort. It could be family. They're calling you up whenever you see them or talk to them. They're trying to trigger you, trying to bring back some past traumas, and nothing's happening. It could be music. It could be remembering something. It could be a date. It could be anything, a name. And nothing's happening. You're completely healed. But they're trying to re-traumatize you, to poke the bear. They want reaction from you. Yeah, it's all based on greed, laziness, obsession, cruelty, and stupidity. There could be some dates that you don't have any good memories, associations with. I mean, we all have, right? In kind of a way. When somebody left the world, when was the last time you saw somebody or something bad happened to you? And they're trying to re-invoke that trauma. It's not going to happen. Laziness, obsession, cruelty, and stupidity. Okay, they got to let this go. Surrender, open up, give up, and release. They think you're stupid. They think that you don't see what they're doing. Oh, you see it all. Because before they get to you, you're informed. Autumn. Your prayers have been heard. Legal issues, mind games, and depravity. What they did to you was horrendous. What they were planning to do to you was horrendous. Obviously, they couldn't. Obviously, I'm not minimizing the pain or whatever you went through, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. And they were thwarted. Okay. They could have went around saying you're the tyrant. That all you bring is misfortune to people's lives. They could have been doing magic on other people to make that seem like it's true. I don't know. There's a lot of depraved people out there that say do anything other than work and be honest, right? And heal. Yeah. They try to sacrifice you. They're stuck. They wanted you stuck, hanging, waiting. They can't delay this any longer. Page of Wands, communication. They're going to get tripped up because of some messaging or something. It could be a younger person, doesn't have to be. Every time, okay, thank you. I'm getting a picture, plus I'm hearing, every time they try to go and do something, or they did in the past, to block you, you walked around it. You found a different path. And like, what the fuck? And you didn't rage over it. You didn't carry on. You just went your own way. You know, continued humming, na 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 na, as if nothing bothered you. And they don't know what to do now. They're looking at you like you're, I don't know, not of this world. Maybe you're not. Who knows? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, here we go. Ace of Pentacles going to be theirs. It's not theirs to take, okay? It's not their blessings. They stole money. They're unstable right now. They wanted you to hurt for money, miss opportunities. They can't pay up. They can't. They won't pay up. They didn't pay you up. If somebody, I mean, it could be family, but it could also be hires up, lawyers, judges, whatever, because there's legalities here. Somebody's got to be in the know that has authority as to what's been taking place here. Overarching energy. Six of Cups, giving out false and misleading information. Your family ain't shit if it's your family, or there's a past relationship, past life's soulmate. They gave out false and misleading information about you. Somebody could have lost a child or children, or tried to make you lose your children. Unrequited love, because if this love bomber was paid to come in and sabotage you, right? A lot of trauma bonding. They're trying to re-traumatize you. Yeah. They have to take accountability. You overcame, you persevered, you moved on, you left them behind. This was a waste of time. I just heard Seven of Pentacles. This could be the police coming through as well. This was misappropriation of funds, bad investment. They lost a lot of money, maybe on cars, buying cars, traveling. They need to take accountability and bring back balance. This is awareness. You're in charge. You're in control of your life. If they're trying to get you to invest in something, you're not investing in them. No way. They lost a lot of money. This is the end of the road. They can't go any further. You get what you give. They may have to relocate. And somebody's feeling sorry for themselves. Page of Cups in reverse. They're having a hissy fit. They wanted you feeling rejected and abandoned. They're not sorry for what they've done. They could have been doing magic, spent a lot of money on magic. The Moon, the truth is out. They can't hide this any longer. Misappropriation of funds. They were skimming. Somebody was pocketing some money here. See, Pentacles near his pocket. They can't harvest from you any longer because you know the truth. They're opportunists about this money, about this opportunity. Okay? You're stable and secure. They paid somebody to doppelgang you. They got paid to say you were a bad mother if you're a female, to say that you're toxic, you're karmic, you're jealous, lazy, and greedy, and possessive and controlling. They wanted power of attorney. They got paid out of this power of attorney out of this. They wanted power and control over you. But they're going to jail. They wanted to lock you up possibly in a loony bin or in jail, or they wanted you stuck in your head to disempower you, to devalue you. They're stuck in their head now. They try to restrict you, cause all kinds of delays and obstacles in your world. This is all self-imposed. 8 of Swords in the upright. This is your family or a group. They were happy to do this to you. Yeah. But that's also a 10, right? That means it's an ending of a cycle. So sun, moon, and star right there. They wanted to be, if this is a family, if this is your family that did this to you, they wanted to be the rich one, the good one, the successful one out of the family. Yeah, truth and clarity. They're being exposed. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Congratulations. This is truth. Something to do with paternity. Maybe they're trying to say that you're not part of this family so they can keep this money. They're willing to do whatever it takes to win. They're possibly saying that you're not part of this family. They could have doctored some fucking, you know, what is it? What do you call it? DNA tests or something. I don't know. But this is born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. Everyone is taking on losses, and people are now walking away from this shit. This is a warlock, a crooked judge or leader. Some sort of leader here. This is a follower, not a leader. They bit off more than they can chew. It's a poser. They don't take the noble approach. They don't defend or protect anyone but themselves. They're a coward down deep inside. It's all ego and it's jealousy. It's cowardice, arrogance, pride. They want to be the only one, like I said. If this is an inheritance of any kind, they wanted it all for themselves and they wanted you caged up. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. They wanted you completely alone, caged up. You could be a business owner if this has something to do with business, okay? Yeah, you're innocent. You used your intuition. You have something new starting in your life. Congratulations. Maybe you've been alone all your life, since you were a kid. Maybe this has been going on since you were a kid in the background and you had no idea they were finagling this money. Somebody left you something when you were a child or younger, let's say, and you struggled all your life while they were living high off the hog, making themselves look like they're better than you, but they were stealing from you. Being two-faced, right? This is somebody you have a family with even, if it's not your family. Yeah, they're lies. Lies, lies, lies. Okay? No communication, no truth or clarity. Knight of Swords. They're attacking you with fucking false lies, mental attacks, psychological attacks. Somebody's angry here. This could be also a raid. There's been no communication. Somebody's they're gunning for you. None of Wands. Somebody's really angry. They can't block you anymore. They can't block this attack. There's no resistance here, so I don't know. They can't resist something any longer. They're scared and they're angry. They're getting let go, or they have to let go of this or give up. They can't block communication or your forward motion any longer. People are seeing through the illusions. You peeped their game, or you saw through the illusions. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. They can't bind you. This is an non-binding contract of some sort. You have no codependency issues, no obsessions, and you have no addictions. They can't control you. No matter what they do, they're going to have to let go or give up. Somebody's unstable and insecure. They can't hold back from you any longer. In this deck, see these people it looks like they're arguing, and there's somebody here. They're trying to keep you distracted by arguing, bringing in all this chaos in your life, right? So you're not paying attention to what this person's doing, and he's stealing. They can't do this anymore. They can't distract you, take you off your game. You see it for what it is. People are distancing or detaching, or you did detach quickly. They're trying to detach quickly from this situation. Yeah. Yeah. 4-4. 4 Wands. You gotta let go of this home, property, business, marriage, or family. You saw through the illusions. You let go of this family or this home or whatever this is. You're still stable and secure. They gotta let this go. Yeah, you're speaking your truth. Maybe you work from home. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. Okay? This could be lawyers, professionals, of anybody speaking some truths, or it could be you, male or female. You're speaking your truth, you set boundaries, you cut them out, and you're not mincing words. You're not afraid to speak your truth any longer. There's no clouds in front of you, okay? You see clearly, or whoever this is sees it clearly for what it is. It could be lawyers, it could be law and order, it could be anybody, okay? You're very balanced between your masculine and feminine energies as well. This could be angels protecting you in your home. Somebody's coming toward your home. Maybe they can't hold back anymore to speak some truths. You spoke some truths. They know they have to speak some truths, okay? They have the truth. They haven't spoken it yet to you. This is somebody with authority. Both of them have authority here. They've been through it. They're not stupid. You can't play these two. It could be one person as well. Higher perspective. Somebody with authority. They know the facts, they know the truth, and they're going to speak it. They're very protected as well. Yeah, they were holding back. They were trying to hold back the truth, or they were holding back the truth from authorities. I don't know. Somebody forged your signature, impersonated you, didn't want you going anywhere. They're trying. Something's holding back. Yeah, they're very combative, trying to hold back your wish fulfillment. Trying to hold back people. They want to be wish fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to be like that person, so I'm just going to just fuck them over for all their lives, for the rest of their lives. And yeah, so your wishes are being granted. Your prayers have been heard. You're in your north node. You're divinely protected and guided. They thought you were gullible and naive. You're not. They're trying to stop your new beginnings, but they stopped themselves. This is reckless, careless, and foolish. Okay? They took unnecessary risks here. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and they were cruel, and they targeted you. This could be stalking and harassing. It's self-sabotage at the end of the day. They were very jealous and very abusive towards you. Now they're fighting with their own people. I can't make this up. 5 of Wands. They're fighting with their own people. There's a lot of conflict going on. They could have said you were jealous and you were trying to compete. These people were competing against you. Okay? A lot of rivalry and a lot of drama they bring. 9 of Swords. Now they're worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're very burdened and anxious. There we go. Because they were jealous of you. They were a bully. They were hateful and spiteful. They could have been doing magic, and or somebody was very promiscuous, and or they claimed this was you. Okay? They're out of control. They can't control anything. Right? They're very jealous of you. Male or female, doesn't matter. Queen of Wands is a nasty piece of work. Okay? Let's put it that way. I think they're reflecting now on how they're looking in front of their whole team, their crew. Death magic. Change, overcoming. You're ending a cycle to begin a new one. This is change. It's ended here. They're trying to hide and cloak this. They don't want this getting out. They don't want to be alone. Somebody could be on their way out if they're ill right now and they don't want to die alone. Yeah, they're acting like a victim here. They're acting like they don't know what's going on. There's been no communication. Somebody's indecisive, acting like a victim. Mental conflict. A lot of denial here. They don't see what's coming. I'm really picking up somebody that's I don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, they're the ones that are doing it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go within. They can't be alone. This is somebody that does not ever. They're never alone. They need outside validation. They need people to do things for them. They're a crybaby, a whiner, always complaining, never happy. There's always something that ruins it for them, and it's always somebody else's fault. You know, it costs too much to put a smile on this person's face. They're only smiling when they're hurting others, okay? You could be ignoring them and avoiding them. There you go. 6 of Wands. They're being exposed. Public humiliation. Somebody could be on the down low. They committed some sort of injustice here. This is not a victory. They don't want this getting out. It's getting out. Knight of Cups. This is a scam artist, a love bomber. They were playing games with you. Right? Insincere, wearing masks. Could be doing spell work. They didn't want you having love, friendship, or support. Yeah. Could have said you were mentally unstable. Now they're sick. They're scared. This is a scandal. They wanted to harm you physically, or they did at one point. I don't know. This is a partnership here. 2 of Cups. Some sort of union. They were juggling you, playing games within this union. So they got paid to come up and be your partner. They did all kinds of things, okay? 2-2 if this resonates. You're still remaining balanced and in alignment. Somebody's trying to figure out a way to keep this going. Yeah, they were there to try to take you out. Yeah, with magic. Yeah, they were shit talking as well. The secrets are coming out now. 2 of Wands. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plan. They wanted you. They don't know what to do. They certainly didn't want you moving forward. They don't know what else to do. They're trying to block your stability. Queen of Pentacles. Male or female. Okay. Block people from seeing you as stable, as down to earth, as having integrity, loyalty, or honesty. Or they could have been married. This love bomber that they hired could have already been married. Maybe their wife and or husband, place the genders where it belongs, found out as to what they were up to, and they might be getting ready to spill the beans. You know what I'm saying? This is unwise counsel. If there's lawyers or professionals involved, they don't know what to do now. They're stuck. They want forgiveness potentially. This ending of a cycle. Yeah, ending a collaboration, ending a third-party situation. Somebody's very, very jealous and very lazy and disrespectful. Blocking a contract. It's a false contract. The truth is coming out. They could have rewrote a will, and it's a false contract. Something to do with work. They're no longer ending a collaboration to do with work. They were really working you. They could be stealing your creations. They're not a master of whatever they do. You put a lot of work and effort in. You overcame. You mastered your emotions, your craft, your artistry, whatever it is that you do. You're very diligent, hardworking, and successful. They're really working hard to make you, leave you out in the cold, to lead you down the path of poverty, lack, and loss, but it's them. They followed another out into the cold. Somebody who was very malicious, ruthless, and cruel. Very careless and self-serving and self-absorbed. They could be drinking right now and in their emotions. Yeah, they wanted to sacrifice you, wanted you stuck and struggling. They're trying to stall, cause delays. They don't want to let go. They know they can't overcome this. This could be a bad father figure. It doesn't have to be. It could be a female and masculine energy. But this is something that's very emotionally manipulative, emotionally non-existent, and immature. You could have been out. You could have struggled financially your whole life. This is malicious. They love to see you struggle. Work your fingers to the bones with no help from them. Meanwhile, they were living off your money. How are they going to explain that now? That's what I just heard. How are they going to explain that? It's ruin. They're trying to avoid a tower moment. So maybe they want to come back around and play your heartstrings here, their emotions. Maybe they figure, if I open up emotionally, I'll avoid this. But no. Taking action here. They tried to ruin you. They ruined themselves. You're going to be taking some action. They could have claimed you gave them an STD, but you didn't. But that's just not, it's in the upright, right? But I saw that. That's kind of like a phallic symbol. Somebody's, I needed money. You know what I mean? This love bomber they sent towards you could be a streetwalker, male or female. A gigolo, a prostitute, whatever. They could have wanted to prostitute you, or they claimed you were a prostitute. Or a gigolo. You're only into sex, you know what I'm saying? You have a new beginning here. This gave a King of Pentacles. This could be you, male or female. You're very successful, hardworking, down to earth and grounded, abundant, very generous. Could be a father figure, could be a husband, could be a female in this energy, some sort of boss, some sort of leader, money manager, taking action against this person who's living high off the hog. They're going to have to walk away. They're going to have to walk away. They're facing the unknown. They think they can walk away with this money. That's what it is, and give themselves a new beginning. I don't think so. They got bribed. They bribed others. This is blackmail. It's a cover-up, illusions, and hopeful, wishful thinking here. They don't know what to do. They're in their emotions. So we have 8 cups here. They're still going to have to walk away. 8 and 8. That's 16 cups. Somebody's in their emotions big time. You had a lot of self-love here. New beginnings. The divine loves you very much, okay? This is new beginning, new beginning. They thought, oh yeah, they love, oh my God. Here we go. Queen of Cups in reverse. Somebody's very karmic and toxic and manipulative. They don't care who they hurt. They're greedy, selfish, superficial, needy, a crybaby, lying, cheating, and or stealing. Trying to escape a situation here. Yeah, they lied and said that you had addictions and you're crazy. They could be sick, or they're lying right now saying they're sick. Please don't tell on me. I'm sick. I'm going to die. Yeah, no. They bore false witness and perjured themselves. This is bad financial news for them. They can't pay up. Yep, the world is upside down. They kept doing something over and over again, and they didn't want to stop or learn a lesson. This is a clapback. It's blowback for what they've done. The world is upside down. You could be... Somebody's on... There's no reconciling this, okay? There's no conflict resolution. This is disaster. Unfair, unbalanced. They can't balance this out. This could be divination abuse as well. They didn't want to take a new approach. They didn't want to take a practical approach. They're immature, very immature. Queen of Pentacles, they were greedy and materialistic. There's a few people involved here. They really wanted to make you look unstable. If you work online, they want you offline. They don't want you getting paid. Okay, because if you're online, then anybody can look you up and find you, and that's possibly what's happened here. They know that they're a liar if they lied about you, and there could be an investigation going on now. Because they really wanted to make you unstable. They figure if you have no money, if you're not working online, you won't have any money, be homeless. They could just... Everything they said about you was true. Somebody wanted to pimp you out. They could have wanted to sell you, if you know what I'm saying. Somebody's very greedy, materialistic, selfish, jealous, manipulative, lazy. They don't want to work. Yeah, it's parting ways. They're grieving and regretting, and they're crying over spilt milk. They want you this way. It would just tickle them to see you going through a depression, see you sad all the time and losing all the time on a street corner naked with no food, dying of starvation, being abused. They would just love that. Yep. Yep, 4 cups. You know your value and your worth. They're upset. They're upset because you know your value and your worth, and people are seeing it too. Unbelievable. People are no longer interested in dealing with this person. They could be on the run. They could be traveling. They want to come meet you in calm waters. They might still think they have an opportunity with you. This could be the love bomber. Thinking they can come back in, right? Somebody could be transitioning. Yeah, they're parting ways with a karmic. All one-sided, false contracts. They could be on the run. They could have taken some money and placed it in offshore accounts. False contracts, whatever this is. Poor decisions. They're reaping the consequences to their poor behavior, their bad decisions here. There's no harmony. Obviously, it's a karmic situation, karmic lessons. They didn't want to learn their lessons. They're going to have to. It's going to be forced upon them. So it is what it is, right? Yeah. There you go. Somebody was in their ego. They wanted power and control. In their pride, too, could be lustful. They wanted to overpower you. Someone's very bossy. Wanted dominance, but you're too strong for them. They're parting ways, forced to part ways with a cult, coven, secret society, or their friend group, or a third party. There's no more celebrating here. There will be no reconciling. They spread egregious gossip about you. Yeah, false allegations and accusations. They were unfounded. They wanted to attack you. Maybe they're going to be attacked by their own crew. I don't know. They can't block you or bind you. Somebody's feeling overwhelmed, defeated. 3 of Wands. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. 3 of Wands reverse. Wanted you waiting. Didn't want you moving forward in life. They can't move forward now. They don't have a future here. They didn't think this through. They could have thought, okay, let's just do that, and then we'll just wing it from there. Nah, this wasn't thought out. This wasn't planned. These are gold diggers and clout chasers. They didn't want to let go of your destiny. They didn't foresee your destiny. Possibly. Or maybe they figured you didn't foresee your destiny. But yeah, this is change, wheel of fortune. The wheel is turning in your favor. They wanted you stuck and waiting while they played around with this money and your life. Yeah, 9 of Cups. So they're going to get demoted, lost their position, whether it's at work, in a friend group. Somebody's partying all the time. This is change. They could claim you were partying all the time. They wanted to be you, putting on an air, like putting on an act as if they are you. regaling people with your own stories as if it's theirs. This is somebody that's smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and a show-off. No personal achievement, no personal success. Yeah, it's conscious awareness. You're going to be taking action. This is the intercepted your money or your mail, or they never paid you this money. They can't come correct. These people are, or this is what they said about you. You're not serious about life. You're irresponsible. You're immature. You can't be relied upon. You're unfaithful. You're lazy, but that's them. Yeah, there's going to be some communication here. They intercepted some communication. There we go. Poor judgment. Judged you harshly. Judgment's going to go against these people. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. They think that you do not know that they intercepted your emails or your mail. It's federal. That's a federal crime, okay? If there's anything to do with... Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. It's an inheritance, family. 6 of Pentacles. Oh, they were very generous with your money. They got to balance this out with you. They were getting paid or paying others. An Emperor. Somebody's paying themselves here. Damn. And a child. A father and a child situation. They're going to have to apologize here. They're going to be arrested. Talking mad shit. Now they're sorry. Yep, you healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise. You're not going to contribute to any of this, okay? You made a conscious decision a long time ago not to take on these people's burdens. You're unburdened. You're unfazed. You got to let this go. It's the ending of a cycle. You're letting go of a judge, letting go of a platform, letting go of an institution, or they're going to get let go. This is the divine stepping in, possibly. Let go of a marriage, possibly. Could be a fake marriage. Contract, even. Congratulations. They're going to have to let this go. I'm really picking up there are authority figures that are going to get let go. They didn't do their job. They took somebody's word face value, didn't follow through and check things, you know what I mean? They just didn't care. They possibly got bribed as well, okay? Or blackmailed. It's coming out, Neo. This could be a new judge stepping in or leader. This could be the old judge or leader. This is an Emperor. Oh boy, getting arrested. It's illumination, letting go and letting God. You surrendered it to God. And that's what you did. And you're unfazed because you know God's taking care of it. That could be another way of doing this. You healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise. They were going around emotionally, mentally, verbally, and psychologically abusing you. Oh, there's the Emperor. There we go. So they wanted, yeah, they're going to apologize. I'm really picking up a father and child were involved. Whether it's your child or somebody else's, okay, or a younger person, or stepfather and a child. I picked that up in the first read, by the way. Having an affair. Autumn. Something to do with autumn. It could be your birthday, theirs. It could be a name, or something's going to wrap up in autumn. This is a horn of plenty, or something took place last autumn. The feelings are mutual. It could be love, could be hate, could be indifference. I don't know. Somebody was stalking you, harassing you, doing something online they shouldn't have been doing, hacking. Your prayers have been heard, okay? Congratulations. They're facing legal issues, court, judges, immigration, and lawyers. And let them face what they've incurred. They may want to come back and play your heartstrings for you, you know. I didn't mean it. Yeah, you got to wait for this to play out. It is what it is. You're playing a lot of mind games, trying to beat you to something. You know? Like I said, if somebody hadn't passed yet, they started this crusade against you before this person passed. That left you this money, this property, these shares, this business. Because they wanted you out of the way. Somebody's stubborn, bossy, selfish, and inflexible. Synchronization, resonance, music, and emotion. They're going to play with your emotions, or they did, okay? But pay attention to the numbers and music and or names that you hear around you or what's happening around you. They could be messages from the divine as well, right? So somebody's very depraved. Tyrant, spy, misfortune, and seduction. So they paid somebody to come and seduce you, to destabilize you, to maybe take you out, to make you look a certain way, to devalue you, disempower you, to make you look like a shit mother if you're a female, a shit father if you're a male. They wanted power and control, a power of attorney, and it's all blown up in their faces. What can I say? Let it blow up. Let it blow up. Okay, we'll get this one. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? What's the final message for the collective, please? Take a bow. I just heard that. I looked at this guy. Take a bow. And he's kind of pointing back to the sun behind here. See? I have all the proof. All the proof I need is right here. This is the truth. Deep knowing, you always knew, okay? You're very wise, okay? You always knew maybe they tried to take you out with that owl there. That could also mean death, right? 43, moving forward, overcoming, victory. They have to radically accept accountability and bring back balance to a situation. You're moving on. It's victory. Congratulations. You're in control of your life. They wanted control of your life. They can't. Okay? Chopwood in reverse, 42. This is lovers in reverse. 43, 42. Wow. False contracts, all one-sided. What they did to you was all one-sided. You had nothing to do with any of it. You didn't bring this you didn't bring this into your world. You didn't ask for it. You know what I'm saying? Very karmic people. Didn't use their higher wisdom, and they're facing the consequences. Now they want a leg up from you, or somebody's going to come in and help you. Okay? Could be a father and a child, like I said. Okay? 34, again, 7. Moving forward, 43, 34. Huh? Somebody's inflexible here. The sun's in reverse. They're sick. Going to shame themselves. They're still trying to cover it up. No truth or clarity. Not happy. No trust. Wow. You won't bend. Congratulations. 43, deep knowing. Essential meetings. Intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. Maybe they always knew that you were like hypersensitive. You could be an empath. You have rare spiritual talents. You can pick up on energy quite easily. And in the past, maybe you didn't know how to control that. There was maybe a lot of toxicity around you, keeping you on edge. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you're neurodivergent, anything like that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist, but they were playing with your mind, with your nerves, with, they wanted you to have outbursts or go down the wrong path. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. And really, it is real. If we have nothing to lose by trying it, at least. You know what I'm saying? Believing it, raise your faith level. But this here is going to show people that you went solely on faith, solely on intuition, and you weren't wrong. So what's that say? Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or 5 senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. And I just did one read at the end where it says you're going to have to find the confidence, and I think you do have it, to ask. And whatever you need to ask, you're going to get the answer then, okay? 42 in reverse. It's the protection message. So, are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? Don't go there. The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. Now, that could be for them. It could be for you. You have to get out of the chair to make things happen. Exactly. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you've begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, take 1 step towards the gods and they will take 10 steps towards you. And that's not a lie. The divines told me this and my spirit teams told me this. You have to do. You can't sit at home and wish for a job. Okay? It's not going to come knocking at your door. Here's the job of your dreams. Here's the partner of your dreams. Here's a house that you've always wanted to buy. You don't have to do a thing. Let's do it all for you. It doesn't happen that way. You have to take the steps, okay? It's unfortunate, but it's true. You have to earn it. And that's for them as well. They didn't earn this. But we put in so much time deceiving and playing mind games and trying to take you out. And lying and, you know, perjuring. Yeah, okay. But that time and energy and that dedication that you have, karmics, into helping yourself and healing yourself and doing right. Imagine where you would be today if you actually had have done that. 34, leg up. Essential meanings: receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. So maybe you're very independent. I know I am, and that's an offshoot of trauma. You know? That's very indicative of trauma. It's trauma-based. Because all your life, everybody's let you down. And you've always had to do it on your own anyway. They couldn't care less. So, you know, depending on how old you are, I mean, it doesn't really matter how old you are. That's all you've known. But be open to accepting help now. Okay? It has to be an equal give and take. And no matter what. Even though that person doesn't mean you any harm. And they don't want to take from you. But you understand it's an imbalance just the same. It must be balanced at all times. Let's get some of these. I don't know why I took this deck out. Well, obviously, somebody wanted me to. Let's see what else they have to add to this. What else can the collective know? Seek someone to perform, learn to do hex-breaking ritual. Causing you to act out of character, irrational emotions, and mood swings. I told you. So they were doing spell work on you as well. They were gaslighting you, playing mind games, poking the bear, reactive abuse, but also with the spell work. Yeah, you got through this. I'm sorry you went through that. Tap into your intuition. That's exactly what you did. You already know who this person is. They're sending you negativity. It's a significant other. So this is a love bomber that they hired. Okay? You might need some Palo Santo if you don't have any. Unexplained. Somebody's going to have an unexplained freak accident here. Or they already did during Venus retrograde. Seek someone to perform, learn a cord-cutting ritual. Somebody's very toxic. They wanted to bind you. Someone's doing black magic and juju work on you. So they're hiring people, practitioners, cults, covens, secret societies to do this. This person's got low self-esteem. They want to lower your confidence, by the way. It's not going to work. Claiming credit over your success. I don't think so. They mock you when they feel jealousy towards you. That's their problem. Something to do with Mars retrograde. Impulsive rage of anger, hostility, major blowouts, fights, and violence. So be careful. Lavender sage you might need. Their social media posts, memes are directed towards you. Yeah, no doubt. You don't miss it either. You know what I mean? Like you see it, but you just laugh. Posting things directed towards you instead of coming to you directly. Told you, they're a coward. They're their own worst enemy. Black obsidian you might want to carry. Carries a calming and positive energy that can help you remember to look on the bright side of things. Right there. Oh, can I pick it up? There you go. I believe that's black obsidian. I don't know. I'm not a whiz kid when it comes to crystals. They're in competition with you, always trying to one-up you. Okay, they did some root work on you as well. The person hating on you has narcissistic behavior. Keep a protection pouch on you. Dark entities are using these people to work against you. So Stinky's behind it, right? Someone's getting blackmailed. I knew it. This time of stagnation, it felt like stagnation. Really, it's not. It was your chance to recharge your energy. Because they're all energy vampires you were dealing with. And they're recruiting haters, and they did recruit haters. I don't think they're done. You cut them off, and they're still watching. They're trying to remote view, copycat you. Or somebody's trying to impersonate you and forge your name. Your closest friends hold grudges against you. So they got a lot of people up against you. Secretly jealous and hating on your romantic relationships. Causing you to miss out and lose an opportunity. Well, they're guilty of it all. They're being found guilty. The divine knows exactly what they've done and said and what was in their hearts. So congratulations. I know this is, it hurts you. It hurts. I can feel it. It's very disappointing. I've done nothing to these people. I love them. You know what I mean? For them to treat me this way, this is horrible. And I agree. But when this is all said and done and you've healed from maybe a lifetime of this kind of abuse. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it takes a while. You found peace within yourself. You knew you didn't have to look elsewhere for that, right? You knew you had it all. The divine is guiding you, your spirit team's guiding you, and you're being protected, okay? So no need to worry. This is going to be wrapping up soon, and these people are going to get what's coming to them. Shark, take care or there will be loss of material wealth. They're losing everything here. There you go. Basket, recognition, reward for merit. This is a horn of plenty. I can't make it up. Okay, that's a cornucopia. It's coming towards you. This kind of fell out too. This was in the middle of the deck. Work, achievement, and success. So you've got some achievements coming towards you. So congratulations. Okay. Bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. So in the last read, it says just go with the flow. You're going to be guided through this. You already have been. Okay? Just don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Am I saying the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? You'll know what to do, when to do it. Okay? Dog, protection from a powerful friend. So there is powerful forces protecting you. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So you went into the cocoon as a caterpillar, and you're coming out of that chrysalis as a beautiful butterfly. It's change. It's transformation. You needed this time to transform into who you're always meant to be. I don't think you lost sight of who you were. You just needed to be reminded. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. That's what they're going through right now. Pineapple, reconciliation. They think they still have an opportunity with you. Your birthday could be in September or theirs, or something's going to take place in September. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you, and they know that, and they're going to try to play your heartstrings. Hills, obstacles to overcome. You're good. I think you're golden right now. I think these obstacles are theirs. Bear, danger, especially in money matters, yet again. Chair-filled, someone new is entering your life. December could be their birthdays or yours, or something last December or coming the next December. Flute, disappointment in friend or lover. May, birthdays, theirs or yours, or something's taking place this month. We're almost done with May. It's happening now, and or this could be a name. Yep. Take your throne. Position of authority. Somebody in a position of authority might be coming in to help you. Or somebody in a position of authority, axe, forces working against you. They're going to get the axe. They're going to lose their job. Weeping willow, family sorrow. There we go. It's your family, okay? Or somebody you have a family with. You're going towards happiness. There's some sort of club involved. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Clouds, temporary problems. So somebody in your family, you're a star. Guaranteed success, okay? Somebody in your family could have gotten involved with trafficking. We got that in the last read. Or they claimed you did, that you're part of a club, or they're a part of a club. Somebody's dealing with organized crime here. It could be even these highfalutin authorities that were involved in this. Whatever is going on, somebody was being blackmailed. They're scared. They're afraid to make a move. They're trying to get away from this. I don't feel sorry for them. Okay? All I can say is if they're listening, if they want to save their asses, go to the authorities. Tell them the absolute truth and don't hold back. You might have to face time. You might have to pay back money. You might be sued. You might lose your job, lose your money, lose your family. I don't know. It's better than losing your life violently. Do you understand what I'm saying? For some, that could be an outcome for some of the people that came up against you. And I'm not speaking this over their life. It is a fact. They got involved with some nasty people that want to keep things quiet. And some of these people are dealing with these people. And because of what they did to you and it's coming to the surface, they're going to be outed as well. It could be bigger than what you could even imagine. It could be different groups, organizations involved. Do you understand what I'm saying? These people we're doing business with. And it has nothing to do with you, but you're the catalyst to bring it all down. So whoever's doing this, if they're listening, you've only got one outcome. One good outcome. And it might not be so good for you now because, oh no, I'm going to lose, I'm going to go to jail, I'm going to be, whatever. I might have to go to witness protection, whatever. It's up to you. How do you want to end it? It's your choice. It's your life. Hope you like the read. Congratulations to you. I love you. And until next time, take care.